Once the bargaining stage has reached an agreement, the last step in a negotiation process is closing the negotiation. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. People often fear the closing stage of a negotiation. They worry that if they ask for the close, what if the other party says no and it all falls apart? But the reality is, if you don't ask, you won't get that agreement. And if it was going to fall apart, it was going to fall apart anyway. Whether you ask or not, agreement isn't going to happen. The secret is to ask for the close in a way that doesn't damage the rapport that you've built up and the relationship that has emerged through the negotiating process. If you try to close in a clumsy way, then you can damage that relationship. But if you try to close in a respectful way, it's a way of testing out whether you've reached that agreement, then nothing can go wrong, but you may learn that you're not there yet. Remember, a no is just one more step on the road to closing. So let's have a look at the route through to closing a negotiation. The first step is a summary of where you are and how you got there. You don't need a blow-by-blow account, but you do need a summary of all the key agreements that have been made, and then identify all the issues that have come up and check that every party is satisfied that those issues have been covered off to their satisfaction. Next, do a formal check that all concessions asked for and offered have been agreed. Go through them one at a time and make sure everyone's happy with those. The next thing to check is that there isn't something that you've left out. Ask if there is anything more that we need to discuss at this stage. If there isn't, now you can go for a trial close. Are we ready to make an agreement? Are you happy that we're in a position to agree? If they are, make the formal offer. Summarize again where you've got to and say, this is the offer. This is what I think we can agree on. And if they say yes, confirm it. Then that's an agreement. And depending on the culture within which you're working, do whatever it takes to formalize that agreement. It may be a handshake. It may be signing a contract or a document of some sort. And if you haven't signed a document of some sort, at least formally record the decision, put it in writing in some way, and invite them to do the same or to take a copy of what you've done. Salespeople spend a lot of time learning a whole range of different ways and strategies and tactics for closing. But the process I've given you will work for any negotiation. You don't need to be clever. However, if you think you're nearly there, but you know that there's one more concession, then you can make a trial close where you make a final suggestion. If we were to offer this, would you be able to agree to everything else we've discussed? Something like that. Or what is it you need to make a final agreement with us? Asking a question never hurts, never hurts. Asking a question never hurts. The other way to do it is to say, we're near to agreement. I can agree if, sometimes known as the conditional close, you're putting one more condition down and inviting them to accept that final condition. When you've got an agreement, when you have closed, there's one thing that is more important than anything else. Having agreed, having closed, say nothing else about the whole negotiation. There are only two things you should ever speak about once the agreement is made. The first, obviously, is the follow-up, the actions you've committed to doing, and the logistics and the admin around that. What's going to happen next, and the responsibilities that flow from that. The other, of course, are the pleasantries and the courtesies that are appropriate to your culture. If, in any way, you revive a conversation about any aspect of the negotiation, there is only one way it can go. because you've got an agreement that satisfies you. You won't get a better agreement. So the only possibility is you will leave them in some form of doubt and damage the quality of the agreement you've got. It's what salespeople call buying back the deal. Once you have an agreement, you have nothing more to gain and everything to lose. So close your negotiation in a series of measured steps, and when you've closed the negotiation, shut your mouth. Please do give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. There's loads more great management courses content to come, so please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of it. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep learning.